Good morning, everyone. My name is Dorota Iskra. I work for Appen Butler Hill, or Appen as we are recently called. Language resources are often mentioned as a bottleneck in taking language technology a step further. Well, data collection and annotation belongs actually to our core activities. We don't only provide speech and language resources, we also provide services, such as, for example, human evaluation of search relevance results for the search engine, also manual evaluation of machine translation results, and we also provide consulting services for companies that want to venture into the area of language technologies and buy certain products, but perhaps don't have the expertise to customize the products to their own needs. Our customers are either technology developers or technology users. You could think, for example, of a company like Nuance that needs data in order to train their acoustic models. But an automotive company would buy a product from Nuance, and they would still need test data in order to test the product before they release it to the market. We work with customers both from the commercial and the government space. A little bit of background. We're a company that's actually a merger of two companies, an Australian company called Appen and an American company called Butler Hill. The two merged 2.5 years ago. And we went through life as Appen Butler Hill until very recently, when we decided to change our name back to Appen, but Butler Hill is still part of the company. We have about 150 employees worldwide. Most of them have a background in linguistics. They range from project managers to annotation supervisors, IT support, and various other types of support that the company needs. But I think that probably our biggest asset is an enormous resource pool of 70,000 people, as I'm told, that have worked for us on various projects recently. They range from native speakers that we use for transcription or annotation to specialist linguists and phoneticians that would be developed, for example, pronunciation lexicons for us. The majority of our employees are based either in our biggest office in Sydney in Australia or in a number of smaller offices in the US. We also have an offshore operational center in the Philippines where we outsource some of our tasks like transcription or IT development. And depending on an interest in certain languages, we also have operational centers in Jordan, Pakistan, and India. We're organized in 3 business units. One is about language resources. That's probably closest to the community here. Another one focuses on social media, where we offer our own social media platform. And we are currently developing a product for moderation of social media input. And we also have a business unit focusing on search relevance evaluation for search engines. And part of this business unit are also consulting services. Within language resources, which is probably the most interesting here, we do data collection. As I said, data could have a very broad definition. This could be speech, could be text, but could be also images, various types of noises. We even did a gunshot collection for a customer recently. We provide transcription and annotation as standalone services, but very often we combine them with the collection projects. We provide end-to-end solutions, so we recruit annotators. We test them before they are actually allowed to become part of our operations. Then we train them. We make sure that what they do is actually up to our standards. Over the years, we have developed tools for management of data flow, various tools that allow us to automate certain tasks and provide support. They make it also possible, for example, to calculate statistics. We have our internal benchmarks to make sure that the accuracy levels are up to our standards. At any given time, we have between 10 and 20 languages that we transcribe. We also offer translation and localization services. We develop dictionaries and pronunciation lexicons. In our catalog, we have a list of quite a large number of languages for which we offer pronunciation lexicons. We help customers with user testing, whether this is by providing data or providing users. We help with creation of language models and also creation of rules. For example, rules for a pronunciation of dates or numbers in a certain language. We realize that language resources are expensive, and we can contribute to stimulating language technology from our point of view by trying to bring down the prices of language resources, which is in everybody's interest, obviously. Over the years, we have developed processes and tools for automating certain tasks, for making sure that the consistency levels we reach are up to certain standards. In this way, we can reduce the amount of manual effort that is involved in data collection and annotation. We also use crowdsourcing, but we don't just distribute our tasks over the web. We use our own crowd, which comes from this pool of 70,000 people. These are people that we have tested and trained and have worked for us before, so that allows us to maintain high levels of quality. Recently, I think about a year ago, we opened an offshore center in the Philippines, and that also allows us to reduce labor costs. We can outsource certain transcription tasks there. We can do some IT development. We are open for joint collections between customers. So if two customers come to us at the same time and they say that they are interested in the collection of speech data in Korean, and they're not very particular about keeping IP rights for this collection, we would come up with a model that allows them to share the costs and they don't have to pay the full price. Our catalog, which contains a number of off-the-shelf resources, contains commercial license prices. But if an academic institution comes to us and say that they want to use the data for academic purposes, we are always open to discussions. In the same way, we try to be flexible to discuss with various startups flexible revenue sharing models. And here's a fragment of over 140 languages that we've worked on. And this is actually meant to conclude my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.